Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss the comedy and drama series I May Destroy You. Let me just say this, I say a lot of things about Afro-Brits or Black Brits within the African diaspora, mainly because of the actions such as Cynthia Erivo. Some of you may know the history between she and I, some of you may not, but let me just give you a summary. If you come into America and disrespect the Black Americans that paved the way for you to have opportunities, it is a problem. You cannot go into someone's home rearranging the furniture or rearranging anything within a home without knowing the history behind that home. So, if people within the African diaspora come to America and dictate what can go on in the country without not knowing the history or the sacrifices Black Americans have made, it is a problem, and vice versa. If we've done the same thing in the UK and we try to rearrange things in the UK without not knowing the sacrifice that Black Brits have made, it will be a problem. Get what I'm saying? Okay. Now let's carry on with my girl, Michaela Coel. I give a lot of respect to this woman because she gives opportunities to Black Brits, and her writing or storytelling is focusing more of a Black Brit experience. Michaela is a Ghanaian British actress born October 1st, 1987. Shout out to the Libras. Y'all already remember my birthday is October 1st as well. Furthermore, she's a screenwriter, director, producer, singer, songwriter, poet, and playwright. From 2007 to 2009, Coel attended the University of Birmingham studying English literature and theology, and later studying at Guildhall School of Musical and Drama. She was the first Black woman in 5 years to study at the Guildhall. Her first show I've seen from her was Chewing Gum and also Black Mirror, and then after that I became a stan. Now the show is starring Arabella. Arabella is a Twitter star turned novelist who found fame with her debut book Chronicles of a Fed Up Millennial, and is a public celebrated millennial icon. While is struggling to meet a deadline for her second book, she takes a break from work to meet up with friends on a night out in London. The following morning, she struggles to remember what happened to her, though recalls the events of the night with the help of her friends Terry and Kwame, later realizing what had happened as being sexually assaulted in a nightclub. Arabella's life changes drastically, and she is forced to reassess everything, including her career, family, and friends. I love the fact that within this series, Michaela shows different forms of rape, sexual assault, boundaries, consent, and saying no. For example, the rape that Arabella had experienced, Kwame's rape, Zane taking off the condom without Arabella knowing, Biagio giving his sample to the law enforcement and he didn't want to, Arabella being aggressive, forcing her way into Biagio's space, Terry telling Simon to leave Arabella when she had blacked out from being drugged, Arabella using her trauma to manipulate Terry to get a plane ticket to see Biagio, Theodora lying about being raped, but she didn't consent to the young Black boy taking pics of her while having sex, Kwame not disclosing his sexual status to the white girl he was having sex with. He's basically using this girl as a guinea pig, or the white girl using Kwame as a fetish because she likes Black genitals. Y'all know I can't say the Black, but let's just call it the Black squash. And carry on. And also how doctors in the medical industry automatically assume how Black women's bodies are when it comes to pain, and how they can basically prescribe us things or make assumption of things based on how they think our race can handle things. And I also forgot how in episode 3, Terry's moment of sexual liberation with the threesome was actually Terry being manipulated by two men who clearly knew each other. They had lied so she had felt like she was in control. It's consent by coercion, and it's blatantly manipulative. Terry wanted an exciting sexual adventure, and that is absolutely fair. But as Terry watches the two men walk away, she realized that they knew each other from the get-go. She only thought she was in control of the situation, but she never was. This show delves into how coping and healing from a traumatic experience can take a lot of time, and people cope and heal in different ways. Sometimes coping and healing can have a negative effect around your close circle. We definitely see this between Terry, Kwame, and Arabella. We saw the first stage of how she manipulated Terry to buy her a ticket to see Biagio, and how she went to Biagio because she felt Biagio was her safe space. Each time she was having sex with Zane, she would reflect back to Biagio her love because Biagio was her safe space. But she had crossed his boundary and she became aggressive. Also, how she was being very mean to Kwame and dictating what is consent and what's not, which that was very like, I was like, whoo, this girl is becoming very mean. But Coel wanted to show exactly what are the different stages of coping and healing with a traumatic experience. And also she shows that how Arabella became like a social media social justice warrior, and how she became addicted to social media because she refused to see the realities of what she had experienced. And we all know, we've seen this with social media, how some people can use it as an addiction to get away from the reality of things. And also, I'm just like very being like, I'm going on a rampage, I guess. But anyway, she also shows how you can have enablers that feeds an addiction, such as Terry. I was like watching the episodes I've seen so far, how Terry was basically enabling Arabella's actions. And I believe Terry was doing that because one, she felt guilty for what she did, but two, she just wanted Arabella to heal. And sometimes when you're healing, you can't have an enabler. Like, you need to be somebody that's cutthroat with you, but you also have to have a person that can understand what you're going through, because it's not going to be overnight that you can heal. It can take months or years. You guys have seen my videos, like what I experienced when I was molested when I was 7, and how that took me years to finally admit to my family what had happened to me. It took me like 15 years to tell them. Until this day, I'm still healing from what I experienced when I was younger, and also what I experienced when I was in Turkey. I'm still healing from that, and it's going to take me some time too. Lastly, this show, I May Destroy You, and shows like Insecure has opened my eyes to the realities of life. These shows are so raw, and I love and respect that. I love shows and films, overall just writings that I can relate to, that is very raw and is not afraid to be, I guess, brutally honest. And before I end this video, I totally forgot to remember, I forgot to put in this video, there was a scene, I think it was episode 8, I believe, because I haven't watched episodes after episode 8 because HBO has this new thing, but it was this scene in episode 8 where Arabella went into the water, but before then she was sitting there overnight, and it made me aware that in order for you to actually get to the stage of healing, you have to sit in your pain, accept your pain, let it marinate, and then go to the stages of healing. You can't really get to the stage of completely healing until you marinate and sit in that pain. You have to accept it. Usually, like, when I'm trying to get to the stage of healing, I just cry it out. My crying is accepting. So, like, I'm gonna call this video The Rage of Consent, because that's the projection I'm getting from this entire series. Anywho, thanks you guys for watching this video. Please share, subscribe, and like, and comment as well. We're close to 700 subscribers. I thank you guys for subscribing and watching all the content that I'm putting out there. I know I have a variety of videos. That's just how I am. Anything that comes to my mind, I just put it out there. I'm not just a YouTuber that just have one consistent content. It's just that I have a variety, because, like, again, anything that comes to my mind, I just put it out there. All right, bye guys.